from Troy University, all got helped get the Troy Fest going strong as we head down the stretch. And of course, it all starts on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and then again on Sunday. So it should be a lot of fun, and we look forward to a big time right here in Troy. I was in Tuscaloosa last night for a great baseball game. Alabama beat Troy 4-3. It all got started with former Pike Liberal Arts star Chandler Avant hit a 3-run home run in the first inning to get Alabama on top, 4-0, and that 4-0, 4 runs turned out to be enough to win the game as Alabama won 4-3 over Troy. Troy pitchers were brilliant, actually. They allowed 0 runs after the first inning, after giving up 4 runs on 5 hits. Troy pitching did not allow another run, and then of course a late rally came up short as Troy had a runner picked off first base in the 9th inning. Good morning, you're on Today in LA. How you doing?
I was wondering if you made it back. What time did you get back? About 12:30?
About 12, a little after 12, and it was rough.
Not bad, man. I bet y'all were struggling down 82. That's a long ways to go.
Well, you know, I tell you what, as long as you have good conversation, and I had good conversation, that did it for me, you know. And then what I do, I roll down the windows, you know, and then I get ice.
Troy has had a great season, but man, the way they played baseball those last 2 innings was not good to see. I mean, how in the world you get picked off on first base?
Yeah, that guy had a great arm.
It's beyond strange. I mean, you got your best hitter at the plate in Sanders. You got to give him a chance there. I mean, he has a double in the game.
Yeah, I know.
And then I don't know who coaches first base for Troy, but man, he had a rough night. Hal Dennison did tag him up on a fly ball in the 8th inning. I mean, the guy is running and basically catches it on the line. I mean, all his momentum was heading the opposite way. There was no way he was going to turn and be able to throw Dennison out, tagging from first. And that's a whole different ball game if Dennison's at second with 1 out.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, but that was an extremely strange situation for him not to tag on that ball.
The guy had to go all the way against the wall, and then it leaped up and they caught the ball.
No, I'm not talking about that play. I'm talking about when they got the sack fly. That's when Dennison should have tagged. There was no doubt that he was going to catch the ball. It was just a matter of he was
down the right field line, you mean?
Yeah, it was a matter of in play or out of play. And he caught it right there on the line.
Yeah.
And that's when Troy cut the lead to 4-3.
Yeah.
But that's when Dennison should have tagged from first and been on second. I mean that is really bad baseball right there.
Not the play in left field, but one in right field.
No, the play in left field. Holcomb didn't have to even jump on that ball. He jumped for no reason. That ball just carried a little bit farther than they think. But kudos to Alabama. They've been getting their brains beat out by everybody. And Troy was on a 5-game winning streak, and I was running my mouth yesterday saying that Troy was 28-12, Alabama was 22-20, 5-13 in the SEC, and the little boy from Troy came up and hit a 3-run homer, Avant, and the rest was history. I mean,
I think
Alabama, and of course, Chandler being from Troy, I'm sure he grew up, at Pie Lib going against Dennison and hearing about Smart and Dennison and Charles Henderson, and
they played.
I tell you what, he's hit 2 home runs against Troy the last 2 times he's played them.
Yeah, he's quite a player, and I was talking.
He leads them in RBIs with 36, and he's leading the team. The best hitter on the team, batting average wise. So
he's the best player.
Great for him last night.
He's the best player on their team. I was talking to.
Don't you think that's just insane that you get thrown out out. I mean, I'm picked off at first base to end the game. How many times have you ever seen that?
And it was throw behind the runner what it was, Mike.
Oh, I mean, he wasn't even close. He didn't even get to the bag.
But he definitely was out. He definitely was out.
Way out. Yeah, he never even got to the bag.
That guy had a quick release. I know that.
It was one of those things where the reliever they brought in and only had 16 strikeouts the whole game. They kept on saying how Eli Gold was doing the game with Lance Cormier, who played at Alabama and then pitched in the major leagues. And Cormier did a really good job doing color.
Did he?
And they're very complimentary of Troy. Eli Gold especially was. But I mean, to end a game like that is just golly. I hope that doesn't linger with Troy. I mean, that's a really. I don't know what happens when Troy plays SEC teams. I guess they just get real tight.
Well, we got Auburn and Mississippi State coming up, so that Mississippi State
they've been dominant in midweek games. I mean, the best we've ever had a coach do. Coach Smart has had the best record I've ever seen against midweek.
Well, I tell you what, they got good performance.
They lost to Auburn and they lost to Alabama, the two games they've lost this year.
Yeah. Well, they got good pitching performance, and our sidewinder kicker, pitcher.
Oh, I tell you what, he got very lucky too, though. That looked like Holcomb was safe.
Oh yeah, on that.
In the eighth inning, I thought that was a bad call right there. That should have been first and third Alabama, but they called him out. He looked dominant against some guys, but boy, that guy laced that double against him.
Yeah.
And then he gave up that whoever played second for Troy made a great play in the hole.
That ball
in the eighth. If they score a run there, Troy really would have been in trouble.
That double actually. Come on up here. We're gonna take a short break, Mike. We've got Ginger Green Dowling on our show, and we're gonna be right back with more of Today in LA.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line that we offer Blue Cross Blue Shield, we offer dental, we offer disability, we offer vision, we offer life insurance, cancer insurance. We also have a 401k where we match up to 4%, dollar per dollar up to 4%. We also have automatic trucks at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. If you go to a truck driving school, we'll reimburse you. And don't forget about the $1,000 sign-on bonus. Money! Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We help you save for your future.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better.
The new Smokehouse Pizza from Little Caesars is our first pizza with 3 smoked meats. So we got barbecue champion Big Mo Quezon to test it out. 8-hour smoked brisket.
Certified beefified.
10-hour smoked pulled pork.
Certified hoggified.
Applewood smoked bacon.
Certified baconfied.
Drizzled with tangy barbecue sauce plus a Smokehouse seasoned crust.
Certified smokified.
The new Smokehouse Pizza. Only $9 and only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Here at Town & Country, we are proud to be an American.
We've had you covered on the inside since 2005, and with our addition of Southern Grill and Patio, we now have you covered on the outside. Come see our great selection, where we make sure grilling and relaxing go hand in hand.
Here's some Napa know-how for you. Your local Napa Auto Parts store in Troy is under new ownership with an all-new fully stocked store. Big deal, you say? Big deal, we say. Like the ownership, the store has a new look, too. We're still delivering the same Napa quality and know-how, but we've increased our inventory and are committed to helping you find the parts you need when you need them. So come check us out. We've got the right part at the right price at the right time.
Hey, Mr. Renfro.
He's my first cousin.
Doing good.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Renfro has joined us, and Jerry has got some news about a big baseball game at Pike Liberal Arts. Tell us about it, Jerry.
Yeah, the game that was scheduled for Thursday has been moved to today. Doubleheader, 4:30 and 6:30 against Lee Scott. And this is the second round of the AISA playoffs.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Well, it should be a lot of fun, and of course, is that the best 2 out of 3? Is that it?
Best 2 out of 3, Mike. Yeah, and one good thing is got to be good ball games on both sides. Pike Liberals won both outings with Lee Scott. First game, I think 3-2, and the second game they played them 9-8. So you got two equally talented teams right there.
I know it's really a balanced type. Every time you play them, both teams have a very good record. In fact, Coach Ponder, this is his old school, Lee Scott.
Yeah. He, like you said, he played baseball, I believe. Everything up there, I think, except football. I think.
And then he went on and played at Alabama. He's a very good athlete, and I talked to him the other night, and he was a 3-star athlete at Lee Scott, and as we talked about earlier, he went on and played in Alabama, then transferred to Auburn Montgomery and played for QV Lowe. So, and actually was recently named to the Auburn Montgomery Hall of Fame. That's quite an honor, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the boys headed in the right direction, Mike, as you've seen. I mean, that's a group of kids that I've never seen that, they never say never. Like we saw last week in that game. We both thought they was out, and they just never look down. They're always looking up.
Talented young men.
Mike, Jerry, I was in Tuscaloosa last night, and local guy, Pike Liberal Arts, former great, Chandler Avant hit a 3-run homer in the first inning.
Wow. As
Alabama took a 4-0 lead and held on to win 4-3.
Well, that's good. They finally held on.
And Don Avant, I'm sure, was thrilled to see his grandson win that game last night.
I'm sure he was. So what time did y'all get home?
It's another kid from Montgomery up there. He played at ACA.
That's right, Chandler
Taylor.
That's right. He's hit 11 home runs. But they showed all these things, all these records.
He led the SEC last year in home runs.
Yeah. But Avant, he is about to break numerous Alabama batting records.
Wow.
He's really had a great year.
That's wonderful. There's a lot of good talent.
Oh, yeah.
Talented people that come from Troy, Alabama.
No question about it.
Every aspect.
And then, of course, Dennison had a good game, and, he hit the ball hard. Troy hit the ball hard, Mike, but, the ball doesn't have eyes on it. It went right at a lot of people. I mean, a lot of times they hit the ball on the number, but it'd go right at somebody. You understand that, don't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like you said, Mike. That ball don't have eyes.
You know what I said? Just hit it hard somewhere.
Somewhere, that's right.
Just make contact with the ball.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Well, Virginia and I, it was not. We didn't get together on this, but we were wearing orange this morning. It looks like Tennessee orange.
No, it's not Tennessee orange. It's either Charles Henderson or Auburn.
Yeah, we went up early.
It's going to be Charles Henderson then.
Charles Henderson orange.
Mike, we went up early enough to have a barbecue at Jim's Barbecue there in Billingsley. Are you familiar with Jim's?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy of mine's...
great barbecue.
Buddy of mine's hunting buddy of mine's father was Jim, and then his sister runs it.
That's right. I know Jim. I knew Jim because he's the one that started that great barbecue.
On the Chilton County, Montgomery County line.
Then we moved around a little bit, went to Bryant-Denny, got our pictures made next to Coach Bryan and Coach Saban and Coach Stallings. And then, of course, we went on over to the baseball game, a beautiful new facility there at there at Alabama. Beautiful ballpark. So we really had a good time. Troy played very well, and like I said, their pitchers shut Alabama out for 8 innings, but it was just those 4 runs were just too much to overcome.
Yeah.
Well, Jerry, and of course, Virginia, big week for Troy, Alabama, Troy Fest. And,
Troy Fest coming up this weekend. The Child Advocacy Center balloon release is Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
The NAACP Forum is Monday.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the Pike, what is this check here in the paper, the Kappa Delta Academic Banquet.
They raised, what, $30,000?
$37,000. Those girls raised that kind of money.
That's great.
That is fabulous.
It really is.
The community service, Sammy Atkins, and her assistant, Allison Platt, presented the Pike County Child Advocacy Center with a check for $37,021.
That's amazing.
Breaking the amount raised by KD chapter last year. The Sisters of KD fundraised by hosting their annual Color Me KD 5K run. So isn't that wonderful?
Some hardworking girls.
Yeah.
That's great. You know, the Child Advocacy Center is so important. I don't know, you know, a lot of people don't realize how important it is, because when children are abused or allegedly abused, you know, they can go there and talk with a police officer, with medical professionals, with a counselor, all in one place. So they're not having to go tell their story over and over again and be re-traumatized.
Jerry, if you hadn't put this together yet, Virginia, Ginger, you know, a lot of people call her different names.
Ginger, Virginia.
But guess who her daddy is, Jerry? Guess who her daddy is?
Just
Virginia Green Nowling. She's Burton Green's daughter, the late great Burton Green.
Burton Green's daughter.
That's right. And of course, both beautiful girls that he had. Of course, Sally and Emily, and
Sally and Emily. And I'm the middle.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, she's an attorney, and she is running for Judge Hightower's seat, Mike.
Well, he's retiring after 42 years. And so I am running for that on the Republican ticket. And the primary is June the 5th.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
Well, Judge Hightower and I got something in common. We know each other's age. So he had a good career.
Oh yeah, no question
absolutely.
about it. Jerry Renfro is on the phone. Jerry has a grandson that is one of the top players in the state, Nathan Renfro. And Jerry, tell us a little bit about him.
Well, Mike, of course, you know, Nathan played most of his high school ball in Brantley. He came to Pike Liberal Arts this year, played football and is playing baseball with Pike Liberal Arts, and he's really happy with the program. He likes, you know, the program out there, and I'm proud of him to moving up. And he's recently signed a baseball scholarship with Southern Union.
So right now he's got a free education looking at him, doesn't he?
Yeah, and hopefully he can move up from there. You know, a lot of the big colleges, they only look at junior colleges. That's anyway. Right. So you know, it's a start. He's put in the time, and like I said, he's a good little ball player, and he's got a lot of good little ball players around him. Everywhere you look at good ball players, Pike Liberal Arts.
Yeah, no question about it. And you know, like last night, Chandler Avant was a great example that, hey, it doesn't matter if you go to a small school like Pike. If you're good, you're good.
Right. That's true.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you're good, people have a way of finding out about you, no matter where you're at.
Right.
Oh yeah, he's been going to camps for years, and he is a solid player. And of course, you know, the other Chandler Taylor came out of a small school in Montgomery.
Alabama Christian.
Yeah, that's right.
ACA. No
question about it. Jerry, of course, Piggly Wiggly's got some big savings this week. Some of their specials They've got boneless sirloin steaks, $3.99 a pound, which is a really good price, and whole fryers, fresh whole fryers, 99 cents a pound. Have you ever cut up a chicken?
Yep.
One that I killed myself.
No,
in
but
the
just
yard.
cut up a chicken. Jerry, have you ever cut up one?
Yeah.
You don't see that much anymore.
I've cut one up, but not very frequently.
Of course, they've got baby back ribs, $2.87 a pound, and then fryer wing sections, $2.39 a pound, and bacon, 2 for $5 today. And that's Brian Bacon at Piggly Wiggly, and we appreciate Steve and all the great folks for being a part of our show. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line that we offer Blue Cross Blue Shield, we offer dental, we offer disability, we offer vision, we offer life insurance, cancer insurance. We also have a 401k where we match up to 4%, dollar per dollar up to 4%. We also have automatic trucks at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. If you go to a truck driving school, we'll reimburse you. And don't forget about the $1,000 sign-on bonus. Money! Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We help you save for your future.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Life is hectic enough without worrying if your lights will stay on or if there's hot water for your child's bath. So count on natural gas to keep the energy flowing, even when the weather is unpredictable. Natural gas is always there to keep your home warm, showers hot, and food cooked to perfection. That's why America has relied on safe and affordable natural gas for more than 150 years. And we will be here for you and future generations too. You can count on natural gas from Southeast Alabama Gas District.
Troy Cable Security Wi-Fi doorbell camera allows you to answer the door from your smartphone when you are at home, at work, or on the go. When a visitor presses the button, Troy Cable Security sends a live video feed to your smartphone so you can see, hear, and speak to the person at your door. With the doorbell camera, you can have your porch light turn on automatically when it detects motion at night to create the appearance that someone is at home. You can view video clips so you can always know who stopped by when you are out. Troy Cable Security. You love them, protect them.
Robbie? Yeah. Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by BB&T Bank on the bypass right here in Troy, and also Marco's Pizza. Have you ever had a Marco's? Mm-hmm. Boy, they're good pizzas, and we appreciate them very much being part of our show. Mike Phelps has joined us, and that means we're going to talk about working out and nutrition. Is that right?
A little bit, yeah.
And what it'll do for us, and of course, Ginger Green Nowling is also with us, and of course, tell us about what you're working on right now.
I'm running for Pike County District Court Judge. I have been practicing law for 23 years.
Gosh, that's scary.
I know. It is.
You're just a young girl.
It's a long time. I have experience both as a prosecutor and criminal defense attorney, and also have a lot of experience with juvenile and family court law. And so I'm really excited about it. We've been campaigning for about a year now, and we're right at the home stretch, so to speak, and still a lot of work ahead till June the 5th, but really excited about it.
No question about it. How you doing, Mike?
Doing good. I'm sleepy.
Mike, tell him, me too. I'm real sleepy. I need somebody. I need somebody to throw some water in my face.
Me too.
Well, let me go get a cup.
Hey, there it is. I've had cakes thrown in my face since we've been here. All right, Mike, what'd you say?
I said I'm just dealing with crying babies as always.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. So Mike Amos said,
Dad got to make a tour of Wagner's Team Sports offices and warehouses.
Yeah, I was very impressed.
So I got to see him in Tuscaloosa for a little while.
Oh yeah. Well, you went to Alabama, didn't you?
I went to Auburn.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why this might be called Auburn.
Oh, gosh,
Emily went to Alabama for a little while, though.
Gosh, JJ just lost a bunch of votes.
See, this hat's offending her. I got an Alabama hat on.
My husband is a huge Alabama fan, so we make it work.
Her husband
Dad, you knew all those green girls were Auburn girls.
I know it. I wasn't thinking. Well,
Sally went to Auburn and was roommates with your daughter.
Yeah, you have an Auburn graduate.
You're right. Okay, we got two of them. If we want to include my wife.
Camille and Sally were the two silliest girls ever to go to Auburn.
That's true.
Every time I'd go up there, they would be just doing some crazy little skit. Or one night I went out with them in Auburn and they tied a dollar bill on a piece of string, and we were downtown and they kept on like pulling the dollar bill like when people tried to pick it up. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my word! I've never heard that story.
They were so wild and crazy.
Well, I've told them before that they could have been on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, they used to always do those skits and video them and stuff. I remember that.
Well, Mike, you get what did you give up for Lent? You gave up fried food for Lent.
I gave up fried food, yeah, but I think I ate too much bread because I didn't lose any weight.
That's why I was wondering, did you lose any at all?
Well, I went to Grayton Beach, for a week, and we parked our car and we literally didn't drive anywhere the rest of the time. There's so many restaurants and different things to do. And we had the double stroller for the babies, so
that's a workout.
I actually lost weight on vacation because I was just more active, I guess.
Yeah, no question about it.
But I will say, pollen up here in Birmingham is just still everywhere. I mean, it's just still caking cars, and I've been battling pollen this year for like a month and a half. I can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's bad.
Of course, Mike, tell them a little bit about you.
Well, I'm old.
No, you're not old.
No, I do a lot of. I work with Robbie at Preston's Pro Meals, and we do meal prepping for clean and healthy people that want our meals prepared for them, and I do that. And I'll train a few folks on the side, 3 or 4 here and there, depends on my time. But I've been doing this kind of stuff for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
So I do diets and all that kind of stuff. But the biggest thing I'm promoting now is the Preston's Pro Meals. It's really starting to move. I think we prepared over 80 meals just yesterday.
All right.
That's great.
Now, are these reasonably priced? Is that right?
They are. And,
okay.
And we don't use cheap. What I mean by cheap is, poor quality food. Yeah. So they're reasonably priced. They're not ultra cheap because we don't buy junk.
And they're cooked right there in the restaurant.
Right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So are y'all gonna kind of see how each individual does as far as how they progress, as far as the meals and stuff like that? Are y'all keeping up with stuff like that?
Well, I offer a free service to anybody that buys $100 worth of food, where I'll kind of monitor, them. Not getting a lot of response on that, but it's available. If somebody wants me to kind of look at the situation and tell them what they should do as far as food intake and that kind of thing. What I'm finding, though, is that a lot of people don't understand the meal prepping business in the area. They think it's like I order something, go to the drive-thru and pick it up. Mm-hmm. But meal prepping is where you're buying meals and you're setting them in the refrigerator, so when it's time to eat, you just get it out, stick it in the microwave, you ain't got to cook. And it's already pre-programmed, low carb, high protein.
And if you stayed with those foods, you'd lose weight.
There's not any question about it. Yeah, not any question.
And maybe 5 to 10 pounds in a week.
Yeah, it depends on the person, how they're conditioned currently. But that's the thing I want to get going is as people buy more and more of them, they're going to understand when you eat clean like that, you're going to lose weight. It's almost always just body fat. You're not going to lose any muscle weight and that kind of thing. So it's bigger in the big cities. Right. So for this area, it's kind of still new.
Well, Troy's growing.
Yeah, it is. And so it'll take a little time to everybody get familiar with the concept. But it's coming. Like we did 80-something meals yesterday. So.
Oh, boy.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. So it's growing.
And you're exactly right. And of course, Preston.
So as far as you can ideally have like a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner.
Yeah, and you could have as many as you want. But yeah, there's no certain number you have to purchase. you could, if you want to try one, you could do that. Or you could buy 100. Of course, you want to freeze some if you bought 100 because you couldn't eat them all in time, before the meat would eventually spoil. But most folks are buying like 8 to 10 at the time when they buy stuff.
That's great.
And I tell you, that's great, no question about it. And you know,
so as far as, is this just offered in Troy? Because I know Preston's has another location in Luverne. They don't do this in Luverne, I guess.
Yeah, they're not doing it there yet, mainly because the cooler there is very small as compared to the Troy cooler. But we are delivering to Dothan Athletic Club. Anybody in Dothan that wants one, we have a deal with them. And I'm actually going today to take some meals down there. And
what would be a good example? Chicken?
Yeah, chicken, sweet potatoes, broccoli. That's a meal. Yeah. You know, tilapia, brown rice, asparagus. You know, all those kind of combinations. Yeah, there's exactly. We have 13 signature meals, or you can pick the size we have and make your own meal.
Exactly.
So.
That's great. And then of course your fortune.
So as far as what's good to? I mean, I know everybody drinks water, you know, but I mean, what else? There's some other options as far as. Could you do like an unsweet tea with lemon? Is that bad for you?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong at all about unsweet tea.
I'm trying to cut off sweet tea and go back to unsweet tea with lemon.
Yeah, there's nothing. You know, tea is a little bit of a diuretic, but there's nothing wrong with drinking unsweet tea. That's I would even count that towards my water supply for the day.
Really?
Yeah, but the tea problem is the sugar, the sweet tea. Yeah. You know, that's what gives you the problem.
See, I've actually never drank a cup of coffee in my life. So I'm a big tea guy.
Yeah, I'm a coffee fanatic, so.
Yeah, I am too.
That's my thing too.
No question. No question about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know, on this show and backed by popular demand every week is Mike.
I don't know about that, but I enjoy coming.
He won't tell you that he's former Mr. Alabama and was a professional bodybuilder. Is that right?
Well, I wasn't professional in that. I was trying, earning money from it and all. But I did do a lot of shows back when I was younger. And
so did you ever go out to California and what's the big place to lift weights? Whatever.
Yeah, like Venice Beach. No, I never went there. But I'm not a fan of California, so I didn't miss it a whole lot.
The way I want to portray him, if we write a book about him, was he was a puny little old guy, and he was out on the beach, and somebody came up and kicked sand in his face.
Oh my goodness!
I told you the story about how I got into weights. Somebody brought a muscle magazine to PE in junior high school, and I was fascinated.
All right, but then so you started on your own, or what?
Yeah, I got my mother at home. Mama, will you buy me some weights and a bench? And she did. The old concrete plastic weights and the little skinny bench, and stuck it in my room, and off I went. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but did that for a few years.
Before we get started, I want everybody to hold on, and we'll be right back.
The new Smokehouse Pizza from Little Caesars is our first pizza with 3 smoked meats, so we got barbecue champion Big Mo Quezon to test it out. 8-hour smoked brisket.
Certified beefified.
10-hour smoked pulled pork.
Certified hoggified.
Applewood smoked bacon.
Certified baconfied.
Drizzled with tangy barbecue sauce plus a Smokehouse seasoned crust.
Certified smokified.
The new Smokehouse Pizza. Only $9 and only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Here at Town & Country, we are proud to be an American.
We've had you covered on the inside since 2005, and with our addition of Southern Grill and Patio, we now have you covered on the outside. Come see our great selection, where we make sure grilling and relaxing go hand in hand.
Here's some Napa know-how for you. Your local Napa Auto Parts store in Troy is under new ownership with an all-new fully stocked store. Big deal, you say? Big deal, we say. Like the ownership, the store has a new look, too. We're still delivering the same Napa quality and know-how, but we've increased our inventory and are committed to helping you find the parts you need when you need them. So come check us out. We've got the right part at the right price at the right time.
Know-how, Napa know-how.
Did you know at Wiley Sanders Truck Line that we offer Blue Cross Blue Shield, we offer dental, we offer disability, we offer vision, we offer life insurance, cancer insurance. We also have a 401k where we match up to 4%, dollar per dollar up to 4%. We also have automatic trucks at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. If you go to a truck driving school, we'll reimburse you. And don't forget about the $1,000 sign-on bonus. Money! Wiley Sanders Truck Line, Troy, Alabama. Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We help you save for your future.
If you've had an accident or just want a new look for your vehicle, come see us at Troy Paint and Body, where we do it right the first time. Our staff has more than 100 years combined experience and can handle repairs and paint work on any make or model. We also offer a lifetime guarantee as long as you own your vehicle. Now that shows we stand behind our work. And our 24-hour towing service means we're here when you need us. So come see us at Troy Paint and Body, located on South Brundage Street in Troy beside the post office. Troy Paint and Body, where we may meet by accident, but you'll be glad we did.
Life is hectic enough without worrying if your lights will stay on or if there's hot water for your child's bath. So count on natural gas to keep the energy flowing, even when the weather is unpredictable. Natural gas is always there to keep your home warm, showers hot, and food cooked to perfection. That's why America has relied on safe and affordable natural gas for more than 150 years. And we will be here for you and future generations too. You can count on natural gas from Southeast Alabama.
Hard position.
Back to our show. Vote for Virginia Green Nowling for
district judge.
District judge, and of course, the district judge sees most cases dealing with children and.
Yes, Judge Hightower has been district judge for 42 years.
Yeah.
And that's the seat I'm seeking. But he handles child support, juvenile delinquency court, juvenile dependency court. That's juvenile dependency is the one where there's child abuse, child neglect, and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Traffic court, small claims court.
Yeah, he got famous for traffic court. Boy, I tell you, you know how many times have you ever heard that a guy comes up to you and says, "Well, I got a speeding ticket. Do you think I can get it fixed?" I said,
Didn't they have a get out of jail free or something like that recently on some traffic
Judge
stuff?
Hightower?
No.
At the city.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they let them go ahead and pay it, and get their name off the record books. And it's on the record books if you don't pay your speeding tickets. Isn't that right?
I think so. But in traffic court here in Pike County, at the district court level, I would love to see a driving school program instituted. Yeah. We don't have one at district court. Yes, you're right. We have one at city court, and we have one it's available through circuit court. But right now, I
cannot agree with you anymore.
for first-time offenders.
Agree or disagree?
And then also the city has a great one to sort of model after. They have the distracted driving and the for teens and that kind of thing. So it's something that would be nice to see.
It's amazing, and of course, you're talking about appear in court. You have court every week, is that right?
Just about. I didn't have it this morning, so I wore something a little more casual. But I have somewhere else to go this.
Of course, your husband's the game warden, and he's up and at 'em early every morning, isn't
he? He is. He's
is turkey season. Is turkey season still on?
Last time I checked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard up there, and of course, does he hunt much himself, or?
Yes, he does, but he is really into land management and planting the fields and feeding the animals and that kind of thing, and seeing them grow and become healthier.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting to hear, and you can call in and ask questions to Mike Phipps. You can ask questions to Ginger Green Nowling about her candidacy and law in general, and you can call and ask me about any sports question that you got. So we're a panel open for discussion.
Give us a call.
Of course, this guy, the thing that impresses me about Mike Phipps is, ladies and gentlemen, he's been there and done that. Like he said, he started lifting weights in the 9th grade. All right, but you started studying weights. You started studying health, And over the years, how old are you now, Mike?
I'm 52.
52. Now, how old were you when you were named Mr. Alabama?
Oh, I was 45. I was the second oldest guy to ever win that.
And
7 years ago.
And he worked himself, ladies and gentlemen, every day down to 5% body weight.
Yeah, for the show. I didn't have that kind of that low of body fat, all the time.
But what did you do? Starve yourself?
No, you just have to slowly pull body fat off over a period of months.
Where were you getting your energy?
Any place I could find.
You had to have energy.
Yeah, energy levels drop very low, especially when you get your carbs either down or out for a while, which I would do it sometimes. Caffeine, stimulants like caffeine.
You drank a lot of coffee?
Yeah, I love coffee.
All right, how would you rate coffee? Caffeine, decaf, or regular?
Yeah. Well, I think that's a question of your health. The caffeine being the stimulant, I would say if you have any kind of heart issue at all, then you want to consider not drinking that. But if you don't have any issues,
because it sort of
raises your So I personally don't see any problem with it as long as there's no health issues there in the caffeine.
Yeah,
I love caffeine.
Exactly.
I drink a lot of Monster drinks too.
I drink. Yeah. Do you drink that Monster drink?
Yeah, those sugar-free ones. There's one in a white can. That's my favorite.
All right, now, what was the Mike? You still on? What's the drink that everybody drank? The real sweet drink. What was it? What's it called?
An energy drink.
Yeah.
Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Yep.
All right, Red Bull's getting a lot of competition now.
Mm-hmm.
But is Red Bull good for you?
Well,
it's a lot of sugar.
Drinks nowadays have been regulated, a little bit more now, but they're all have the same stuff: caffeine, taurine, very B vitamins to give you energy. The big thing is, if you're picking one out, is some of them are sugar free, some of them are not. Mm-hmm. And the ones that are not sugar free are like a soft drink; they're loaded in sugar.
Yeah,
that's a horrible choice. When you
Red Bull is loaded in sugar.
Yeah, they have sugar free ones though. You can get a sugar free Red Bull.
But now they've got a competitor now. What is it called?
Well, Monster sells a lot of stuff, and I don't like all their drinks. They don't taste good. They have a couple that I really like.
How about that 5-hour deal?
And all that is, seriously, is caffeine and B vitamins.
But is it good for bodybuilding? Is it good for? Does it raise your metabolism?
Not really. It's just it serves its purpose, gives some energy.
It's there for energy. Right. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Did you ever take that much?
Oh yeah, I take it every now and then. If I'm tired, or if I'm going to be driving or something, I'll stop and get one.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the thing that makes you so credible, if that's a word, is that he's been there and done that. He's actually become a champion weightlifter and bodybuilder. But you had to watch your diet. All right, we've talked about this, ladies and gentlemen. It's more nutrition and mental than it is the actual lifting of weights. Is that right?
Right. If you ask most people what they want to do, they want to change the way they look. You have a small percentage of people that want to become better athletically or train for some kind of athletic event, but almost everybody wants to change the way they look. Well, that is heavily nutrition. 80% I would say is nutrition. You don't have to kill yourself in the gym. You go in there and do a decent workout. But if your food's right, you'll see tremendous change.
All right. I'm gonna give you two great examples. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask him point blank, what could Mike Amos do to look better? And I'm 71 years old. And what could Ginger Green Nowling? I mean, what I'm saying, she's already sharp as she can be, but what I'm saying, what would you tell somebody like her, who's really in pretty good shape, compared to a guy like me?
Well, seriously, it's a case-by-case basis, but here's the basic of it. I'm a big fan of resistance training. You ain't got to lift weights like I do, but you need to lift maybe some weights. You ain't got to do a lot of weight. And machines, because resistance training builds muscle.
Lighter weight.
Muscle is your metabolism. Mm-hmm. So the fastest way to lose body fat is to increase your muscle mass.
Okay.
Now your metabolism is way faster.
All right, how many times have I heard that muscle is heavier than fat?
Well, it's not heavier, but it occupies less space. So if you had 5 pounds of fat sitting on this counter, you had 5 pounds of muscle beside it, the muscle is smaller. It occupies less space. So if you lost 5 pounds of body fat and gained 5 pounds of muscle, your body still did this.
Yeah.
It's more efficient. So adding the muscle is crucial, and it keeps your metabolism faster. And also there's something else that's very important, especially as we age, increase your bone density.
Right.
Cardio does nothing for bone density.
I mean, a guy like me is over the hill anyway. But what could I do? Light weights, just to build some muscle tone.
Right. You don't want to do anything elaborate. It's like reps, like sets of 15 to 20.
Get my heart rate up. How would I do that?
The muscle. Yeah, it's 30 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. You'll be good.
All right.
Troy Rec Center.
Exactly, at Troy Rec Center, and of course now they sent me my card, and I get everything done free there because I've got the silver sneakers, whatever you call it.
That's a good program.
And they have a great facilities. Of course, swimming is also very good. But you know, a guy like me, like you said, needs to stay away from sugar.
Right.
Need to drink more water.
Right.
Which how it's sort of hard to drink water all the time.
It is.
What do? Just carry it around with you?
Yeah, and really, sometimes I'll put some of those artificial sweeteners in my water.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah.
Just so I can get some down because I'm not thirsty and only to drink it, and I just.
And it makes it a lot easier to drink.
It does. It does. And as the weather gets warmer, it's easier to get water.
Yeah.
It's just hard to get it down sometimes.
Define metabolism.
Well, it's really, to make a simple statement, that's how efficiently or fast your body burns through stuff.
Yeah.
So if you got a metabolism that's fast, it's like having a fire with a bunch of small sticks on it. It's just roaring. You got one that's slow, it's like having a fire with a big log on it. It's just smoldering.
And it's going to the bathroom regularly. Is that right?
And that's controlled heavily
Which,
by your diet.
hey, let me tell you this: if you're going to talk about diet, you're going to talk about health and nutrition. You talk about going to the bathroom regularly.
Right.
Didn't we talk about this last time I was here?
But it's the truth. Isn't that right?
That's true. But your diet and water will control that pretty much on its own.
Exactly.
And we get, and we being me too, we eat stuff we shouldn't eat, and that messes your whole digestive system.
If somebody gave me a jar of cold water and then a jar of lukewarm water, I could drink a lot more lukewarm water because it goes down easier. Cold water to me doesn't go down as good as
it's hard
lukewarm water.
Unless you're like really hot, or if you're out in the heat, the cold water is good. But it is easier to drink room
Do you
temperature.
drink a lot of water?
Not as much as I should.
You know, somebody told me if you could drink 15 ounces of water before you get going every day, your metabolism gets going, and 15 ounces, it might take you a little while, but drink that and then you're on your way. Is that right?
Yeah, water is, and that's hard to do when you get up in the morning. Because the last thing I want to do in the morning is drink water.
Yeah, exactly.
I want this cup of coffee.
But again, that lukewarm water is a lot easier to drink than that cold water.
Yeah, but if you can get that water down, you'll even feel better the rest of the day if you can do that first thing.
Now let me ask you a real personal question.
Okay.
Drinking water regularly or through a straw, which is the easiest?
Well, this is going to be my opinion now. I don't like to drink through a straw.
I want you to hear this.
That's just me, because it puts air in your stomach.
Yeah, that's
you're
right.
Sucking. You got this section of straw you've got to pull air through first before it comes up. So you're swallowing air.
I see where this is going. I'm going to have to leave here in a few minutes.
So buy you some Beano or some gas.
Well, let's just say this, that the worst thing is sugar, and boy, everything you eat either is full of sugar or it's going to turn to sugar.
Yeah, and our food industry is to blame, but to their credit, they do it because everything tastes better. So they just want to sell products.
Well, to stay away from sugar, what can you eat?
Well, fresh foods, The key is don't be hungry. When you get hungry, you can eat something you shouldn't eat. So if you got your meals lined out with yourself or whatever, if you got some lean meat, some vegetables, and some starchy carbs, you're not going to get any kind of added sugar in that kind of meal. It's going to be sugars inherent in the food, which is fine.
A friend of mine said the doctor told him the other day about stay away from everything that's white. Everything that's white. That means breads. That means rice. That means grits and potatoes, and a lot of good things. But he said if you'll stay away from everything that's white, you'll naturally lose weight and be healthier.
Well, I have an opinion on that. That's not necessarily so. I think it's more portion control. You know, every vegetable you eat converts to sugar,
Yeah.
you know, glucose. White rice does, brown rice does, the white rice converts faster. So they're all getting converted. My opinion is, as long as you don't eat the white stuff in large portions, it's very hard to store body fat when you're eating small portions of starchy carbohydrates.
All right, you are a real egg guy.
Love
you
eggs.
like eggs.
I thought you was going to have steak and eggs here this morning. And
That's
I did
right.
too.
Have it.
I
That's
did too.
right.
I was very disappointed when I got here.
But eggs are being fried or scrambled. Is that
You
right?
just don't want to fry them in oil.
Don't give me a boiled egg.
spray
I
the
don't
pan
like
with
boiled
Pam or
eggs.
something.
You like boiled eggs?
I love boiled eggs.
Do you?
I
Oh,
eat eggs
me.
anyway. I can eat them almost raw.
Yeah.
I love eggs.
Oh my goodness.
Another question that was asked me this week, was milk. You know how some people really enjoy milk, especially with cereal and so forth. Can you do that?
Yeah, and again, it's a case by case, but in my opinion, you want to stay away from the whole milks, only because it's loaded in saturated fat, which is, some of that fat's not going to hurt you. We don't want massive amounts of it. I would go skim or at the very least 2%, and if you need to drink milk, you're getting some things in milk that's very good for you. Like you're getting a steady dose of calcium, but you're also getting, depending on the person, if you're lactose intolerant, you're not gonna be able to drink that milk. If you are a diabetic, you want to consider anything that has carbohydrates in it, convert to sugar. But I personally would not. Again, it's case by case. I would not have someone drink a ton of milk.
Yeah.
No matter what kind it is.
Yeah,
I would not do
exactly.
whole milk
But
at all.
like with cereal or something like that.
Right.
But you tell me that there's not many cereals that you
There's
can eat.
not. They're loaded in
Cereal
sugar.
is really not that good.
Yeah.
And cereal and bread both are not very good, are they?
If you look at any label on any food, it's listed by the amount that's in there. So whatever's in there the most is listed first.
Right.
If you look at almost any box of cereal, there's some exceptions. You'll see the first or second thing in there is sugar.
Yeah.
You're just basically eating a box of sugar.
Yeah.
You're not-
It's really
it's like
wheat,
pouring
is
candy down your
zero
throat.
sugar, or at least that's what it
Yeah,
says
there's
on
a
the
few,
box.
things like your brand
But
cereals and
does it
sugar
turn to sugar though?
Yeah, all carbohydrates turn to sugar.
Yeah.
But table sugar is sucrose.
Yeah.
Your vegetables convert to glucose. Most
Yeah.
fruit has fructose.
Yeah.
Those are all sugars.
Everybody said, well, what I do? Stay away from everything that's white. Stay away from fried foods,
Yep.
which are not good for you.
Right.
And stay away from sugar.
Yep.
If you did that right there, you would lose a bunch of weight, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And be real
The
consistent.
thing no one does, because I've been talking to people forever and help people with diets and all, is people will not do the one thing that's the most important and cut their sugar out.
Yeah.
And they want to keep doing that and wonder why their results are so small.
All right, my buddy KT Cole can go. He goes on a fruit diet. I mean, he'll lose. He'll gain a little weight and say, "Well, I want to lose some weight." Well, he'll eat fruit for 2 or 3 days, 4 days.
Does he juice it or just eat the whole fruit?
Most times, he just eats the whole fruit. But again, now he's a diabetic, and a lot of that turns to sugar, doesn't it?
Yeah. And here's the thing about
Tell us about fruit.
Fruit has, majority of the sugar in fruit is fructose. You got things like grapes and oranges that has glucose, but fructose is not processed like a vegetable would be, where that vegetable breaks down the glucose in your long story short, your pancreas releases insulin, take that glucose and allocate it. Fat cells or muscle cells, go in one of those two places. Fructose is processed down the portal veins of the liver and it allocates it. So to make a long story short, there's a lot of studies that show that diets high in fructose tend to store more body fat than ones that are not high in fructose. And there's been guinea pig test after guinea pig test with people that's proven that to be true. So fruit's very good for you. But if you're trying to lose weight, I would lean more towards the vegetables than the fruit on the diet. Now, losing weight is one very important thing I want to get out. I forgot to tell last week. Weight is not all equal. If you're losing weight, and you're losing muscle mass, you're slowing your metabolism. So that weight loss you're doing is temporary.
Yeah.
It's temporary. It's going to come back because you slow your metabolism down. You've got to feed the muscle. By eating all fruit, you're going to lose some weight. You're also going to lose some muscle mass.
Out of all the fruits, now see, I love oranges. I really do. I eat a lot of oranges, especially
those little cuties.
Yeah, no, what is navels? I like
oranges?
navels. Yeah,
I love a navel orange too.
And compared to an apple or a banana, how would you rate that?
Yeah, as far as trying to lose weight, I would do the oranges and berries first, top of the list.
Yeah.
Now I'll do the apples and bananas at the bottom of the list.
But, so you would think that you would recommend oranges and
berry, any kind of berries.
Like blueberries are big, aren't
Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, all those things.
Over
grapes. Grapes have glucose.
Tell me about a banana.
Bananas and apples are great for you. People say all the time, well, Mike Phelps says that fruit's bad for you. I'm not saying fruit's bad for you. It's just if you're trying to get very lean.
And if you're diabetic too.
Yeah, bananas have fructose. Now bananas are a lot better for you as a diabetic than a candy bar.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I love that candy too.
Right.
You know.
So I would just if you're in that laser beam focused period of time where you're trying to get lean, I would do things that worked the most efficiently until I got to where I wanted to be. Then I would add those things back in to the diet.
Exactly right. I want to remind you that Pike Liberal Arts plays in the state playoffs today at 4:30 at Butch Austin Field. So that'll be a good game to go to today. My guest is Mike Phelps, and of course Ginger Green Nowling, who comes on our show most every Wednesday, and we appreciate y'all very much. And you didn't realize you're going to be sitting next to Mr. Universe.
Well, not Mr. Universe. I wish I'd have been.
All right, at one time though,
I'm very happy to be
when
here.
you were at your top physical, in competition, how did you feel when you just had 5% body fat?
Very tired.
Did you?
Yeah, it's hard to maintain that low body fat for a long period of time.
You were most of your weight was in your chest and everything. Is that
well,
right?
no, the bodybuilding is very symmetrical. So they're looking for balance.
Yeah.
I'm looking for any body part to be out of proportion with the others. Everybody's got to be proportioned. So, if you had a body part that was too big, you had to back off of that.
All right, now go through your weights from your neck down, sort of show the people what you can actually do to build your body.
Well, you want to work every body part.
All right.
You don't want to just work your chest and your biceps.
I know, but now do you work with the upper body one day and the lower body the next day?
Nothing wrong with that. If you can work out more days a week, split your body up into parts, where maybe you're doing half your upper body today, the other half tomorrow, and then legs.
All right, bench press for your chest, is that right?
Bench press, I prefer dumbbells, but yeah, bench press.
All right, how would you do the dumbbell? You're sitting right there. How would you do your dumbbell?
Well, here's the thing about different ways. Let's say I got dumbbells in my hand. You don't want to just bounce them and move. You want to, when you're trying to work out, you're trying to tear that muscle down. So you have a flexing point, which is up top. You have a stretching point at the bottom. Every rep, you be emphasizing, I'm stretching, now I'm squeezing.
And it doesn't have to be heavy either, does it?
No, as long as you're working that muscle, that's the whole key.
Yeah. But you do that instead of bench pressing.
You got dumbbells.
All
now,
right.
I have a torn pec I tore and didn't get it repaired years ago.
Now, a lot of it, is, this right here with dumbbells.
For biceps?
For the biceps, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you've got large muscles in your back. You got to work them equally.
Yeah.
Both the opposing muscle groups have to be worked equally.
So really, all you need is dumbbells to work out, really, don't you? You don't have to
get a lot done with dumbbells. Yeah. You'll get a better workout going to a facility that has a lot of equipment.
Yeah.
But if all you have is dumbbells,
like Troy,
regional, that's right.
Recreation center.
But if you've got a bench and some dumbbells, you can get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah. Now, all right, what do you do? What does the curls do for you? Everybody's always looking at biceps. Hey, they're looking at your biceps.
Yeah. Curl, any kind of curling motion.
Show them how
anytime you bend your arm, your biceps are involved.
Yeah.
So if you're doing anything like a back where you're pulling,
Yeah.
you're still bending that arm, bicep, still getting work on that.
All right, there's a machine where you stick your elbows over, and it's like that, and it's all.
That's called a preacher machine.
Exactly.
And
that's the correct way to do it.
That isolates the bicep so you don't pull other muscle groups in there, and just the bicep works.
So, and how many?
I don't like that machine very much.
And another thing, lightweights, more reps. Is that right?
Yeah, you want to fluctuate on your reps so you keep your body in a state of confusion all the time. But again, it depends on what you're trying to do and your goal. A young guy, he's going to want to get in there and move some weight and gain some muscle. Someone want to try to stay in shape and be healthy. We're more concerned with getting that lactic acid burn and a stretch and rest and eating. So typically those reps are going to be a little bit higher than the young guy that's just wanting to get bigger and doing more workouts.
All right, so basic curls for the biceps, and now your triceps, which is right behind here. Is that right?
Yep. Anything that locks your arm out.
That's a reverse curl, is that
Well,
right?
no, anything like this where you're bending your elbow like that in this motion is still bicep. Your tricep is involved when you lock that arm out.
Yeah.
So if you got a cable, you're doing push downs, locking your arms out, or if you're like on your back and you're doing a skull crusher, we call it like this, and you're locking the arm out. Anytime that arm is locked out, like your biceps flex like this, your tricep is flexed when that arm is locked. So anything that bends the arm and locks the elbow out is working your tricep.
Okay, probably the most important thing that people don't think about is the way you breathe. Breathe like you're doing curls.
Well, when you're doing the actual lift on anything, that's when the air goes out.
All right,
so,
out instead of in.
Out.
You would say.
No, it's opposite.
All right, see, I'm opposite.
So if I have the dumbbell here, I'm getting ready to lift. I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to
building air in your chest.
As I come back down, I'm going to breathe it back in. And whatever I'm doing, if I'm bench pressing, as I come down, take the breath in. When I lift, blow it out.
Yeah.
During the lift, wherever you're moving the weight, that's when the air goes out.
All right, do the curl again.
All right, so you're coming up, you're blowing out, and there's so the breath goes in as you're getting ready to lift.
Yeah, you breathe twice, didn't you?
Well, no, I breathe in coming down, so and then I'm blowing out when I'm actually lifting the weight.
All right.
That's kind of hard to demonstrate sitting in a chair.
Yeah, but breathing. Are you putting air into your muscles or your pockets, or what do you do?
Well, no, I mean,
what does breathing do?
Well, keep from passing out for one thing, so you can get your air. You've got to have oxygen. Oxygen rushes to the muscles, and all that's involved in it. But really, just to keep you just got to have air to operate in the set. I mean, you can't. You hold your breath, you're going to be facing. Not only is it a lot of pressure on your blood vessels and all, you could pass out. It's really just a method to keep you alive where you can do the set. It's hard to explain. Now, you're going to get oxygen to the blood anyhow.
Yeah.
So doing an extra big breath is not going to help you grow that muscle, that set. But you've got to have that oxygen in and out during the set. Don't hold your breath. It's a free-flowing thing during the whole set.
Exactly right. Basic person working out. 3 sets of 5. Let's say he does 5 curls. And should he after he does those 5 curls, should he wait and then do 5 more and wait and then do 5 more, or should he do the curls and several different reps and not just work on that one?
Right.
Like, let's just say do the curls 3 sets of 5. Would you go ahead and do that first and then go to the next drill, or what?
Yeah, and real quick, there's several. I'm a believer in muscle confusion.
Don't go through the whole regiment.
So let's say you're doing curls. Let's say it's Monday. You do curls on Mondays.
Yeah.
And you're doing curls, and you're doing a set of 10. Then you're going to wait 45 seconds or whatever length of time, and you're going to do another set. And you do the whole workout that way. Next time when you go in there, you're either going to up the reps, or you're going to shorten your time between sets, or increase it and use more weight. I mean, something different you did the previous week. So it's constantly changing.
Exactly. Now, hear this. Everybody asks why, and Junior, you ask why. Why is a mirror so important in a weight room?
Because we're vain.
That's right. Because it motivates you to see muscles
That's true.
develop.
That's
Isn't that
true.
right?
Now there is a little bit of vanity
You
too
ever
in it.
notice that?
It also can depress you too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But it is seriously. It does help you to watch yourself. All vanity aside, there's a lot that goes on in the gym.
Don't want an injury.
Yeah, and you just make sure your form's right, and it just
Should
has
you
some
carry
effect on
your
you.
water in the gym with
Yes,
you?
yes.
And drink while you're working
Right.
out. Is that
All
right?
through the workout, stay hydrated. That's right.
And so again, you can start working your water. All right, how many ounces of water a day for the basic person?
I tell people a gallon a day.
All right, a
You do
gallon a
more,
day. How
that's
many
great.
cups is that? Glasses
That's
is that?
8 of your typical bottled waters
Yeah.
a day. So if you're up 16 hours a day, which everybody is, you drink half a bottle every hour. That don't sound like much.
It's not that bad.
And you got a gallon when the day's up.
That's right.
So,
And again, it enhances your metabolism.
yeah,
is that right?
and not only that, it does a lot of things for you. Your skin, your hair, flushing out
Yeah.
things your body doesn't need. It does a lot of roles in your body.
Yeah. Have you found some, and this is what everybody wants to hear. You know, we talked about different foods. Have you found some, of course I know you like peanut butter. I know you like eggs. But what are some other things that a lot of people don't realize that is good and you can eat a lot of it? What is that?
I mean, like a snack kind of thing,
Yeah,
or
something like
something.
that, yeah.
It's hard to find them. You know, I like these little rice cake things.
Yeah.
They're very low in carbohydrates. You don't get the ones that's chocolate flavored and stuff. They're actually not bad for you. Well, they're not very filling. They'll fill you for a little while because they swell in your stomach, and then in an hour you're hungry again. But those things are good choices. You know, popcorn.
Yeah, I eat a lot of popcorn. I like that.
You just, you know, you have to salt popcorn, which is fine. Just got to get a lot of water in and get that sodium flushed out.
Boy, they've got great popcorn at Publix. They make their own popcorn. It's really good.
I didn't realize that.
You know, the best popcorn to me is at the movies.
Yeah, oh
That's
yeah.
always the best
Bud
popcorn.
Casey used to go by the movie theater and go in and get popcorn and leave.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I've never heard of anybody
Exactly,
doing
no
that.
question
That's
about
funny.
it. But it's just amazing. How about Jell-O, sugar-free Jell-O with whipped cream on it?
Yeah, you know, that's not bad. You can get a lot of
Because these
sugar-free.
whipped cream had very little sugar.
There's a lot of sugar-free Jellos out there too. A lot of
Yeah.
flavors.
There's light whipped cream too.
So that gives you a little treat.
Yeah,
Is that
that's right. That's right. And if you chill it, you know, and you can get sugar-free Cool Whip too.
That's what people, they say, gosh, I got to eat something that's good, you know, whatever.
That's a good point. If you get sugar-free Jello and put some Cool Whip on it,
Yeah.
and you get it chilled, it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think you're eating a pie, but you're not. So that'd be a good choice for something that someone has a sweet tooth
Yeah, exactly.
and
What about
wants
yogurt?
something. Yogurt's very good. Yogurt is
But
very.
it's got sugar in it, though. That's what I
Yeah, but
don't
you
like
can-
about yogurt. Very few yogurts are sugar-free.
It doesn't have added sugar, that's right. But the thing about yogurt that's very good for you is they are typically loaded in probiotics. And it does a lot with your digestive system. So I'm a pro yogurt guy.
All right. Explain what did you say?
Pro meals? Probiotics?
Yeah, and
Well,
antibiotics. All right.
yeah.
Explain the
Well,
difference.
You got good bacteria, bad bacteria.
All right.
All right. Like when you take an antibiotic, you sick, it's killing all your bacteria. And you can take probiotics with that. It doesn't do a whole lot because it's killing those too. But your body has to have good bacteria. And so by keeping things like probiotics in your diet, you're ensuring that your digestive system is working really well.
You're flushing your system out.
Yeah, it's just a healthy thing. Keeps you from your immune system's boosted.
What is a good probiotic that you know of?
There's a lot of them. Unfortunately, all of them are very expensive.
Yeah.
But you can go to anywhere, even Walmart, and they got them on the shelves.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good probiotics out there, and I would just pick a name brand and go with it.
All right, now, antibiotics.
Well, that's a doctor kind of thing,
Yeah.
but you take those things when you have, you got a need to try to kill something in your body.
Yeah.
I don't like them. You have to have them sometime.
Load
when
up
you
on
get
probiotics
sick.
afterwards.
Yeah, and it makes you know how it makes you feel, and then you have to talk about the bathroom. That's a whole different issue with antibiotics. But sometimes, I'm not a doctor. You got to have them depending on what your situation is.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, again, I learn every time you're on this show something, and I hope you're enjoying these segments of Of course, tell them about how you can get this good food.
Yeah, Preston's Pro Meals is on Facebook. We have a page there, and I post something pretty much every day.
Do you need to call ahead, or can you just go in?
You can
there
call
and pick it
ahead.
up?
You can go on our link to the online stores on there, and you can go online and buy, and we'll process them. You tell them when you want them picked up. And
all right, what you do is similar to Nutrisystems.
It's similar on a smaller scale.
But now you don't have desserts and all that.
No, and that is something that as we
maybe
get
that
going,
Jello might be a good omen.
We're putting off breakfast a little bit.
The desserts.
We want to get breakfast going. We're still a little bit behind getting that going for several reasons, but we want to get breakfast and sandwiches, things like that, eventually going too.
But if you bought your food there, it's pretty much
it's going to be clean and
low
healthy.
Carb.
No added sugars, no cooked in grease, fat. It's very clean.
Yeah, very good. Okay, thank you so much for being
Thank
with
you.
us,
I
my
appreciate
friend.
it.
And Ginger, good to see you,
Thank
my
you for
friend.
having me.
You're
I
beautiful,
appreciate it.
as always. Of course,
Had a good time.
You
Thank
girls had I'm not going to tell you that your daddy was beautiful, but your mama is sure beautiful.
Yes, she is.
And of course, you girls got.
Well, I look just like my dad, so.
Well, I don't know, but a great family, the Burton Green family, and I know you're out beating the bushes, looking for votes.
That's
and,
right. I would appreciate everyone's vote.
And why should somebody vote for you?
Well, I don't want to sound. I humbly feel like that I'm the most qualified candidate.
Okay.
I'm the most. I feel like I have the most experience in these areas, and I think I have a unique. I'm in a unique situation where I've actually been an assistant district attorney and a criminal defense attorney, and so I've seen that side of the criminal justice system. So.
That's right. Good to have you with us.
Thank you for having me.
Hope
here.
you've enjoyed our show. You can
good to
watch
see
it
you.
again at 1:30 today. You can tell your friends if you want to learn more about your health. Turn your dial to channel 2 at 1:30 today. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.